Do not allow your heart to take pleasure with the praises of people, nor be saddened by their condemnation. Knowledge without action is wastefulness, and action without knowledge is foolishness. To get what you love, you must first be patient with what you hate. Desires make slaves out of kings, and patience makes kings out of slaves. Those who look for seashells will find seashells. Those who open them will find pearls. Never have I dealt with anything more difficult than my own soul, which sometimes helps me and sometimes opposes me. Dear friend, your heart is a polished mirror. You must wipe it clean of the veil of dust that has gathered upon it, because it is destined to reflect the light of divine secrets. Offend love between two people intensifies not because of beauty or some advantage, but because of sheer spiritual affinity. Whoever says that all music is prohibited, let him also claim that the songs of birds are prohibited. The happiness of the drop is to die in the river. Does money upset the hearts of learned men? He answered, men whose hearts are changed by money are not learned. Each of your breaths is a priceless jewel, since each of them is irreplaceable and once gone can never be retrieved. The way to paradise is an uphill climb, whereas hell is downhill. Hence, there is a struggle to get to paradise and not to hell. A human being is not a human being while his tendencies include self-indulgence, covetousness, temper, and attacking other people. Do not dispute with anyone in any matter as far as possible, for in argumentation lies much harm, and its evil is greater than its benefit. The corruption of religions comes from turning them to mere words and appearances. This visible world is a trace of that invisible one, and the former follows the latter like a shadow. A man of bad character punishes his own soul. Whoever passes 40 without his virtue overpowering his vice, let him get ready for hellfire. This advice contains enough for people of knowledge. People count with self-satisfaction the number of times they have recited the name of God on their prayer beads, but they keep no beads for reckoning the number of idle words they speak. You possess only whatever will not be lost in a shipwreck. The hypocrite looks for faults, the believer looks for excuses. If those who do not possess knowledge avoid the scholarly discussions, disagreement will end. Knowledge exists potentially in the human soul, like the seed in the soil. By learning, the potential becomes actual. If you do not prepare now for the afterlife, then when will you do so? Whoever determines the truth from people alone will remain lost in the plains of bewilderment. Rather know the truth, and you will know its people. Work for your terrestrial life in proportion to your location in it, and work for your afterlife in proportion to your eternity in it. Do not fix hopes on your health, and do not laugh away life. Remember how they walked, and now all their joints lie separately, and the tongue with which they talk lightly is eaten away by the worms. The mere physical man is like the ant crawling on the paper, who observes black lettering and attributes its production to the pen and nothing more. Only that which cannot be lost in a shipwreck is yours. He who buries his head deep into a nosebag full of food cannot hope to see the invisible world. Love for God is the farthest reach of all stations, the sun of the highest degrees, and there is no station after that of love, except its fruit and its consequences. The essence of knowledge is to know what obedience and worship are. Understand that for every rule which I have mentioned from the Quran, The devil has one to match it, which he puts beside the proper rule to cause error. He who does not arrive at the intuition of these truths by means of ecstasy knows only the name of inspiration.